This is what became of my last fricky plan to take over the world. I ended up with all these feral cats in Disneyland and California Adventures. Yes. It's a cat!
Oh, there's one right here.
There's a cat too! Oh! But this was my last plan to take over the world, and I said, we're going to fill Disneyland with tigers. And they're like, there's a problem with the big old tigers, endangered species list. Well, what do you got? House cats. Right. Well, they are feral, sir. Are they ill-tempered? Yeah, okay, well, let's start. Hey, guys. Welcome to Nerf News from the Owl Ranch. Episode 33 with your host, Cartaya. And this is one of my songs I played way back in the day called Coming Back from War that I played on this guitar here. Yeah. So I thought I would open up the show with a little bit of mood music and everything else. And, you know, me playing my feral cat taking over the world story on some poor soul. I can't help it. I'm tasteless. I'm tasteless. This week, we have lots of new stuff. We have a Nerf Legend leaving. We have a pretty good solid price on the Prometheus. A few other developments. It's going to be a really interesting show, so stay tuned. Okay, so Dylan Allen from Nerf Life posted this on Facebook. Prometheus, $100, finally solid, $100. Nice. You know, I know if I get one, it's just going to sit up there and do whatever. It's just like if I put a slide breach on a bird of prey. I'd never use it. It would just sit there, you know. Or if I were to put some magazine thing on a bird of prey, I'd never use it. Why? It's just not my style of blaster. You know what I'm saying? And I can say the same thing about the Prometheus as well, you know. But that's a good price. And for this Christmas, that's really good. So if you can go grab them, maybe they have them overstocked. Like if you guys saw that inventory video I did, where all those freaking tri-strikes were sitting on those top shelves. Yeah, no kidding. I think they might have like a lot of inventory. I'm not sure. But it seems like it. It seems like a lot of people bought the Prometheus. And in reality, I mean, it can hold 275 or so balls. It comes with 200, and it has a battery pack. We all know how expensive the rival ammo is, and the battery packs are also not cheap. So that's cool. You can also mod them to go 3S. That's cool. But in Flywheel, that's not my favorite development. My favorite development, let me show you my favorite development, because I am like Mr. Speed Nazi. Yeah. 287, 273, 298, 698, 300, 289, 295, 298, 241, 298, 302, 301, not one of those. But as you can see, yeah, it's getting up there. But you can see if you look at the video, he had to tie like 3 of them together, like 3 batteries together, and probably do something like I was suggesting, where you have one switch but it engages 3 poles for all 3 motors. That way you don't have any problems with power delivery. You don't have any problems with shorting out, anything like that. Yeah, so yeah, 300 feet per second flywheels is becoming a reality. That's right. For full lengths, yes. However, you know, I mean, it's going to be pretty crazy out there, these full-length 300 feet per second, just firing away. I mean, that's nuts. I mean, we finally have the birth of the heavy machinist. A few questions I have. The video doesn't ask. And one is, of course, how quick do the batteries drain? You know, you want to bring 20 batteries to a war. I guess you can if you want to. I mean, you consume darts, you consume batteries. You know, that's one thing. The other thing I'd like to ask is, how stable is it in flight? Like, you know, it's one thing to sit in here and you see me do it too, or I'll take something like a bird of prey with a Stefan, and I will fire it and get it to do over 300 feet per second. That's one thing. But to take it outside and how usable it is, well, that's another. I'm not sure. I can't answer that, really. But I do know this. I took the Bird of Prey AR out yesterday in one round where everything was dialed and clicked in just perfectly. And I can tell that the Bird of Prey series, I'm almost there. I am almost to the point where I have this super accurate rifle. I'm almost there. It was literally hitting everything I was pointing at. And I was able, we were at Cullen Elementary, in that big corridor. If you guys ever seen the first Armageddon or been to Armageddon's and know what I'm talking about, the school by Old Hammer Park, in that big corridor, and I was able to shoot down it with about a foot or two of elevation and hit my targets. And then I had this other guy, Haji was there. He was the other guy who's a Nerf sniper, and this guy built a blaster from the ground up. If you ever seen Haji play, man, you know, stainless steel tube, 1.5 inch diameter. He made this thing himself. He's a Caltech student originally. Now he works for Jet Propulsion Laboratory. That's NASA, folks. And he made this really crazy thing. And then I went, he did great. So we were like blasting on people. And sometimes we hit people at the same time. It was pretty crazy. I'm sorry, the snipers take out the biggest threat first. It's like first on every sniper's mind is to hit the most important target, and we did, and that was the guy with the bow that can hit everybody from far away. So, sorry, Nate. And he got hit multiple times, not just by me, which is bad enough because these darts are just, but by Hoji as well. Then we went to lunch. Went to Burger IM, eat some chicken strips. It was okay. But I came back, and the front coupler broke on it. Now on the AR, I have it drying and fixed right now, so I can't really show you. But on this one, on a Type AR, there is another coupler inside of it, which is 1/2 inch. And I still managed to hit people, but I was losing grievously, and I was just missing by very, very little. Like, it was on and then it was off. So, like, after one of the battles, I took it all the way across the park and I was trying to shoot a trash can. And it was just all over the place. I couldn't figure out what it was. Then the end of the last battle was like, oh, my coupler's out. So, this piece of 9/16 was sitting here. And you see how that's flush? They're all flush to the front. It was sitting here and it was out by about 1/4 inch. So it was definitely out of my plunger tube. Why did it even fire? Well, that's because this thing has an inner and an outer coupler. So it's got an inner coupler, which is 1/2 inch diameter, going into 73 seconds brass, and then outer, which is 9/16. So it's dual interlocking. What I found was really surprising. One, it could actually fire just with a 1/2 inch coupler. It just won't be very accurate. The vibration will make that barrel wiggle around by things at certain gift stores that are made of silicone that wiggle around and go, you know, wiggle, 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 wiggle. Yeah, you got what I mean. And the other thing is that I was still able to hit people. Even though I had so much play in my barrel now, I was still able to hit people. Well, this gave me just the concept I need to really, wow, make a real one-hit kill sniper. Like, real, in Nerf for the first time. Not just sharpshooting, not just being a rifleman, not just shooting from far away. No, I mean really, you know, yeah, finally. But I like this. This is cool. I mean, bring it on. I want to see some mad flywheelers go at it. I really, really do. Alright, so Nerfaholics Anonymous, Enoch, shows us the new Chronomag kits that are coming from Star, and also Slingfire kit and a Magnus kit. Slingfire kit's kind of a big one. I'll tell you why, because a lot of people just cannot get a Slingfire to work with brass. I'm kid you not, just can't get it going, you know? So here we got a Chronomag kit right here. It is cool to see the Chronomag thing kind of moving ahead. A few gripes, though. I'll be honest. Number one, short barrel. You know, you want to compete against a normal extended PT Ret. Okay, fine. You want to compete against a Prophecy, fine. And I know there's a lot of games that are under 200, but the original Chronomag is actually a long barrel. And it goes very, very fast. Very, very fast. So, if you guys saw that last video, that's like average shot with that blaster is about 280 feet per second. And yeah, you know, it's cool. It's cool to see it out in the general public. This one's made for Talon mags, as you can see. but it's cool to see it. They're accepting pre-orders now. It's on Tabo, so if you want to get them, that's cool. That's one thing. It's just short barrel. Another thing is it's pre-order, you know, so I'm sure they're better than some people are with pre-orders. But, you know, who knows when you're going to get them, whatever. You'll have to check in for that. But I am excited about this, but I'm actually more excited about the Slingfire, because I know a lot of people like Slingfires, and they can't get them to Seal Breach. And also the Magnus kit. This is cool because, you know what? It's about time somebody made a kit for the Magnus. No one's done it before, you know? So I like the fact, I mean, they've modded the Magnus to shoot like elite darts, but not a lot of kit for him, especially not Stefan. So there's lots of area there, all that stuff. Slingfire has limits, of course. Your lever is plastic. It's soft plastic. It can break real easy. And this, of course, doesn't have the best trigger catch in the world. And it's got a really long spring. And it's not your typical ret spring, long shot spring, what have you. But, you know, if you want to mod these, you know, go to war. I remember in the beginning, a lot of people thought that this was just another version of that. And I was like, no. This is actually, so this is Joshua Church's Valor Mods channel. And this is Alpaca's kit. And notice how he's got an adapter on it. I like that. That's really cool. The other thing I like about Alpaca's kit is it's an aluminum barrel. That's really cool. And this one's with the adapter made for the katana, all that stuff. Also, Valor Mods recently did an interview on Baroque Nerfing. It was pretty interesting. I didn't know he was that into flywheel blasters. Wow. And I got to see it. But you see what I mean? This is cool in a way, because it is short, and you can carry it in your holster, and you can shoot it. It's not going to do, like, ungodly speed, because that's like, look at the size of this tube, guys. That's 72 cc's, okay? To fully express that, you need a longer barrel, but I can still see, you know, a 200 foot per second deal. Also, a Merlin likes to have a lot of air behind it. That's the other thing. A Merlin likes to have lots of power and air behind it. So, I'm almost thinking, you know, something like this with a Merlin, short barrel, just try to aim for 200 feet per second. I can see a use for it. Sure. Yeah. But this is really good work, Alpaca. Really good work. So you got Star and Alpaca with Chronoman kits. I love to see how I created something in February, and now it's becoming kits, and people are becoming interested. I think it's the first mod that I've had that anyone's, other than Sharpfire, that anyone's really caught on and seen that this is a commercially feasible blaster to mod, and it is. It's bitchin'. Dude, watch for this kid, Tyler Cox, Nerf Life. His very first post is a cut down pistol rapid strike. Wow, you know, I never looked at the lines of this thing and thought, you know, this could actually be a cool pistol, but it can. This is really rad. Here, come here, take a look. Yeah, look at that. And what impresses me more than, you know, I never even noticed this was going to be any good. It can use a barrel. You can see where the breech ends right there. It probably uses a little bit of a barrel. That still look really cool. This thing looks really RoboCop as a pistol. Damn. You know, but what'd be really cool about this is if you put a prophecy tube in it, and then you put a little barrel up there with a little barrel patch on the front, maybe a 5-inch barrel, maybe a 6-inch barrel, who knows. But look at the lines of this thing. This guy's one to watch, Tyler Cox. And I say that because this is a cool first post. I think this is probably one of the best first posts I've ever seen anybody ever had. It's a work in progress, but wow. You know, I had to point this one out because this was like, you know, I don't ever see most people debuting with such a cool thing. I mean, when I debuted, man, you don't even want to know, man. It's like, I don't even want to say it. It's so bad. But nonetheless, you know, this is really cool. And I hope to see more from Tyler Cox in the future. You know, I have seen a few of these. Okay. Prometheus rifle. Okay. And a lot of people converting it from underhand hang to overhand rifle. I've seen a few of these. I don't know who did the first one, per se, but it's a good idea because Okay, well, if you can carry around a Barrett 50 or a M60 like this, why can't you carry a Prometheus around? It has enough places to put a foregrip or places to grip it in the front. Why not? Why not have an underhanded Prometheus? The one thing that bugs me more than anything is that I'm a shooter and I like to shoot over like this. I like to look over my sights and fire. Okay, I don't like to just I don't like the philosophy of shooting something like it's a garden hose. Okay, that's not what to me shooting is. To me, shooting is an extension of my fist. So I like to be able to take something and hold it and shoot it as so. Now to me, a Prometheus is just god awful huge, but you know what? It's cool. And then we got Prickly Nerf mods. They started one too. A few other people have done it too. It's becoming kind of one of those trends that people are doing because, well, let's face it, some of us just don't like the whole underhanded, I saw Predator way too many times design direction of the Prometheus. And to me, I gotta be honest, that's one of the turnoffs for me, is that it's just based off kind of this gimmicky hold down and thing, you know. This, to me, makes more battle sense. That if you have something that can shoot 8 rounds a second and faster if you mod it, you might as well be able to overshoot it like so. And this is really cool. So this guy looks like he used a lot of Nitron parts. That's a Nerf Nitron, a Vortex, which is cool. You might actually be able to use like the battery compartment on that thing as well. Yeah. See, I like to see developments like this, where you look at a product and go, oh, I really don't like the fact it's underhand. And then somebody makes it overhand and they make it cool. That's really rad. Zach on Blaster Guts posted this. This is Nerf Perks is going away at the end of this year, December 31st, 2018. There's no more Nerf Perks. From what we understand so far, they're not going to keep it. They have been renewing it a few times, that sort of thing. But from what we've heard so far, and if you know any different, let me know, because it looks like they're going to get rid of it for good. Yeah. And I think that's kind of sad, because it would be really nice to have. I never took advantage of it personally because I just don't buy that many blasters. Or when I buy blasters, it's stuff like the Star Shot. I buy them. I trade. People give me blasters. I trade blasters. I get them at thrift store. Yeah. But there it is, man. Program began or about 12 p.m. Eastern Time on August 27, 2005. It's scheduled to end 11:59 p.m. Eastern on December 31st, 2018. The program period returned provided. Yep. However, these funds are reserved to shorten, extend, suspend, modify, terminate, or cancel program and any element thereof at its discretion at any time. So, yeah, it's not like something they couldn't do before, but you know, with all the repaints and everything, is Hasbro really, can they really afford to do yet another dick move? I don't know. And to me, this is yet another dick move. It's not like they didn't say it ahead of time or anything like that, but yeah, if you got points, use them. Use them quick. And finally, this is kind of sad news to me this week. My friend Tiger Foam, also known as JT Nerf, is leaving. He's leaving Nerf for a while, do other things, that sort of thing. Some of last he's going to keep, some he's going to sell off, but it's sad. I like this kid. I got to talk to him a few times online. I helped him out with the Sharpshooter mod. He always told me the Sharpshooter is always going to be inspired by me, and I'm like, oh, nice, man. If you guys don't know, the Sharpshooter's the Pink Crush that he built. He also built a brass dual strike Magnum. He did a few other really nice mods, and he's been in the community for a while. I always wanted to meet the kid, you know. I talked to him a lot when he worked. You know, he did a lot of sponsorship with Jet. I contacted him a lot. We talked a lot about things, and he just is a nice kid. I like him personally. Just as a friend, as a person, I like him personally. He's a cool guy. I hope he grows up to be a good man, and I hope one day he comes back. JT, we're gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you, bottom of my heart. And I hope you have a Merry Christmas. I hope you do well in whatever endeavor you do. You're a brilliant kid, so you should be able to. So, at any rate, This is Chris Cartaya. This was Owl Ranch episode 23. And even as comrades come and go, well, you know, that's life, you know. It happens. You know, modders come and go, it happens. But me, I have this idea of I'm going to stick around as long as I'm going to stick around. I'm going to play. And I don't care how many people say, okay, well, you know, you don't really have any primary blasters. Oh, yes, I do. I got a few primary blasters. I just like to use these. They're much more fun. And, you know, another thing about Nerf is to keep things personal. Like, you personally like to do something, play it. You like your lock and load and you don't want to upgrade to a sharp fire, or, well, maybe that's not an upgrade. Maybe if you go to a sharp fire, it might be downgrading because you might not play as well, or it's just not the kind of blaster for you. I know a guy who made a lock and load stock spring, and it goes literally 70 feet flat. I don't know how he did it, but it just, you know, and he is a diehard player. Chris Woolsey also knows Apollo 256. Diehard player. I got to see him play this Saturday, and it was really cool. Like, he was often the last man standing in every battle he was in. And he plays a vintage lock and load, and he plays with a snap, and he plays with a manta, 4-shot manta and shield, and he is unstoppable out there. So don't let people tell you, oh, well, you know, you ought to play with this, or you ought to do that, or, you know, really you're outdated. No. You're having fun. You're having fun with what you're doing. You're not outdated. You think you need to upgrade what you're doing? Okay, then go ahead and upgrade it. It's up to you. Nerf is in your heart and what you do. It's your experience. The community is there as a resource. But don't ever feel pressured that you have to do something different because everyone else tells you to. Just keep playing. Have fun. I love it when somebody brings something new to a game, or old, or something that's worked for them all this time, and then you see them out there and it actually does. So until next time, this is Chris Cartaya saying, don't you go changing, or I'll find you, and you'll have this to deal with.